Okay, we're going to show you how to assemble a bootlegger, actually any drop-through truck mount skate deck. The first, and here are the components that you're going to use. Here's the trucks. This is your bearing and spacer kit, and this is the hardware kit to mount the trucks to the board. So to fit a truck on a drop-through board, you need to disassemble your truck. So the first thing you do is you take the screw and the washer off of your kingpin, and that's the kingpin, and you're going to need to force that truck off. It's a little bit snug, but it's not that hard. Typically I just put the things back together just so we know what order everything went in. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to drop the truck through the top of the deck. And very important, and most trucks come like this with a logo on one side of the truck. The kingpin faces out. So you drop that truck through, set it on your board, then you're going to take your skate hardware. Skate hardware goes through there. And a lot of times this skate hardware is going to be really tight. So you may need to set the hardware up and then screw it down with your hex wrench instead of forcing it through. Once that's on like that, I'm going to mount the screws. I'm going and we'll snug everything back up with the wrench and a skate tool. And these do not have to be extremely tight, just snug to the board. You don't want to dent and suck that screw into your board. So next you're going to want to put the wheels on your trucks. Typically I like to put the wheels on before I put it back together. So your truck came like this. You're going to need to take the end off. This is what they call a speed washer. There's two of those. One's going to go below the washers, one's going to go above. And how you mount the washers into the wheels, I typically just set it in, then I'll use my truck as kind of to seat that washer. You just press it down until everything's level and flush. Then you take the other washer, set it on your hanger along with the spacer, and this keeps your washers from getting crushed together. Then you set the whole thing back on top and then press it down. And you'll feel it seat down there until it's nice and level, and it'll spin nice and even. Then you put the speed washer back on along with the screw and use your skate tool to tighten it up. And get it really tight till it almost doesn't move, and then just back it off just a tiny bit, and then it'll spin. And you won't have any play there. It'll be nice and solid. So you're going to do the same thing to the other side. You're going to do washer. Make sure that thing is seated. Then you're going to put on the other washer, your spacer, and the wheel. Everything spins nice. Then your speed washer and the nut. And again, tighten everything up. Last step is to put this truck back on the kingpin, so you're going to have to take the nut off along with one bushing. Put that truck back into the cup. Squid it down there and make sure the washer fits. Put it back on. And then tighten this screw up. And typically tighten it up till there's the head of the kingpin is going to show through. And it starts to snug up. Now you're going to have to play with this as you ride to get it to your comfort, but typically that far is good enough and you're ready to ride.